Is this going to be our year? Finally, after so much pain, Aduro is absolutely on fire. Look at this. Today, it reached as high as 734. And since, me covering this stock, 444%. Amazing. So I wanted to congratulate all of you that hold the stock, made some money on it, because honestly, it's about you. Okay, it's about you. I want to make money, but I really want you guys to make a shitload of money. Okay, so I want to talk about a few things. I was thinking about something today. What is absolutely needed? The three things that are absolutely needed in order to get this kind of performance. One, the company has to execute. With no execution, nothing matters. Two, the company has to be willing to tell the story. And three, investors have to be receptive to that story. Okay? So in case of Aduro, they've done it all. They keep executing. They are willing to tell the story, right? Whether it is not now, the story is kind of catching fire on its own organically. But at the beginning, they had to come out and, pay for the exposure, right? Hire some YouTubers, hire some influencers, and people were complaining, right? Some people contacted the company and complained about me. Oh, this guy shouldn't be involved. You have to be willing to tell the story, okay? And then investors have to be receptive to that story. And now it looks like it's catching fire because it looks like organically people want to talk about the story. Why? Because they're executing, and this is a real company that is changing the world, right? It's a good company. And by the way, if you didn't have a chance, I made a video, my $1 million bet on Stock Hunter YouTube channel. So this video, seriously, watch it if you didn't. The link is in the description below. Also, this video will be recommended at the end of this video. So watch it. So again, these three things: execution, willingness to tell the story, and reception. And so if we compare it to other companies, like let's say Oracle, they executed, but for a long time they refused to tell their story because their IR department was filled with idiots. They refused to tell the story. Until now. Now they're willing to tell the story, but investors are not receptive. It's a little too late. They're not receptive to the story. They don't want to hear it. So they have to clean through, recycle the old investor base, and then we can make it receptive. But now we have the first two elements. Execution, they always had execution. They just had idiot IR department. Now they have good. They want to tell the story. You can see it on their social media. And now at some point we have to get investors being receptive to it, and the stock is going to soar. Okay? If you look at, let's say, Plurilock, they are underway. They're executing. Margins are expanding. They are willing to tell the story. But at this point, investors are not willing to listen. There's no reception. They don't care. And also you have to clean up a lot of investors that came in as a result of, recapitalizing the company, right? If you look at Leaf Brands, they're executing. They are willing to tell the story. But the cannabis market is so horrible that nobody wants to listen. So we have no reception yet. Maybe more execution has to happen for the reception to happen. Charbonne, they're not executing very well yet. I mean, we just had the news on $50 million financing, but it has to close, right? If it closes, then I will give them the execution part, right? And then right now, are they willing to tell the story? They are, but there's not much to tell until the execution is there. So when more execution comes, more willingness, they're not like Oracle, complete morons when it comes to telling the story in the past. They will be willing to tell the story, and hopefully investors will be receptive. And when it comes to Voxtur, there is no execution, right? They haven't executed. And whether it's their fault, their partner's fault, economy's fault, it doesn't matter. They didn't execute. So there's no willingness, and they're not even willing to tell the story right now. They're not, because there's nothing to tell, right? If you don't execute, it doesn't matter. And definitely nobody has any reception to anything they have to say right now. So Voxtur at this point, from this three, is completely broken. But if they do execute and they are willing to tell the story, then hopefully there will be reception. So we'll see. But Aduro is rocking, absolutely rocking. Now, I am working on one or two ideas that are on MCE right now. I suggest you sign up. I suggest you sign up for MCE for this idea or the next one. So link to the subscription is in the link below. Why am I saying this? It's a mining company, and you know how I hate mining companies. They are working, and I can't share much. I can't even share much with MCE members because they are putting a company together. Certain assets are becoming part of this company, and those assets are so valuable and so wanted that already a bunch of other companies would like to buy them out for those assets. When this story comes out, I think it's going to be a very easy double. I can't promise it, but I can see a very easy double, kind of like what happened to Leaf Brands. When I introduced it to MCE, it was at 5 cents. Now it's at what, 25 cents? 5 times? That one is when it's probably going to double or triple just when people find out what assets they have. And when they have more delivery, holy cow. There's going to be a delivery. They're definitely going to be willing to tell the story. And, commodities. Commodities are hot right now. So investors will have reception. So, I don't know, just FYI, you don't have to sign up. But if you want to hear about this before everybody else, I suggest you sign up. And in the meantime, enjoy your profits on Aduro. Thanks for watching.